There, I had to change the date.
Oh, you had to change the date?
Yeah, on our TTRPG news. So hello and welcome to
my gosh, you guys.
TTRPG news. We're talking about tabletop gaming.
No, TTRPG news.
So we're apparently very organized today. For our new segment today, we do have a couple of stories. It was kind of a light week in news in the TTRPG space, but we did have a couple of important ones. Namely, probably the biggest one here is Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel from Wizards of the Coast's new Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition anthology book. It is a bunch of short little adventures that you can throw into any campaign. They take place, though, in the Radiant Citadel, which is within the ethereal plane. So they continue to go on this theme of getting into more of the planes and stuff like that in their books. And so there's a bunch of little stories and side quests that you can easily throw into one of your campaigns to get some more experience and introduction to the ethereal plane. So we don't have details yet on releases, I don't think, or pricing yet, but they just announced what the book was called and kind of what it was about. So we will let you know as we have more details about that.
Yeah, and D&D seems to be, Wizards of the Coast is really pushing out the other planes and really expanding that universe, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's not single or planescape. No, it's not either of those. It is just the ethereal
whatever the ethereal plane means, whatever it means to you.
In D&D 5th edition, I believe it's similar to what it is in Pathfinder, which is the ethereal plane is kind of the space between planes. Is everything that is just between there.
Is it she who stands between?
No, it's not that.
Is that where she hangs out?
No. Well, it's like in Critical Role second campaign, that whole city.
It was in the ethereal plane.
That was in the ethereal plane.
Well, the astral plane.
Oh, that one's astral. Okay.
That was the astral plane. All right, next up, FantasyGrounds is doing a big 20% off sale starting April 3rd. You can get discounts on books for Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder 1st and 2nd edition, Starfinder, Call of Cthulhu, and many more. Basically, all of the really big stuff in the TTRPG space. We just did a game on FantasyGrounds on Saturday, our first time using it, and we actually really enjoyed the interface, and the UI UX is pretty great on it. So if you have ever wanted to mess with FantasyGrounds, or you have FantasyGrounds and you want to get some discounts on some books,
there
you go.
Now, you do have FantasyGrounds is similar to D&D Beyond, that you have to buy the book within the system, but then it plugs in all the rule systems for you to use in your campaign. So these books are available at a 20% discount, so go jump on that.
Super fun.
Next, the last thing.
What would a week of TTRPG news be without Critical Role?
You got to have some Critical Role news.
I'm legit starting to feel like we should just bundle all of their news together and then once a month do a Critical Role.
Problem is, if we waited that long, it would already be over, because the new Exandia Unlimited two-parter is this week. It's on Thursday.
It's the last Thursday of the month.
Yep. So this Thursday will be Exandia Unlimited, and it's a two-parter that will actually be on Thursday night and Friday night. So
really?
Both nights at 7 o'clock. Oh. And then next week, they'll go back into Campaign 3 of Critical Role. So cool. It's a two-parter. It has a lot of the cast from the original Exandria Unlimited.
Is Abria the GM again?
Abria's in it. We've got...
Well, is she the GM, though?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe she is the GM. We also bring back Opal. We bring back
Dorian.
And
is Matt in it?
Probably his brother. Yes. Matt is in it.
I don't remember Matt's character.
Other
than he was really annoying.
You were not a fan of his character.
I was not a fan of his character.
But that will be this Thursday at 7 o'clock Pacific. So their normal time zone. And so you will not have your Campaign 3 this week. You'll have Exandria Unlimited.
Yes. And a new segment we're going to be doing here with TTRPG News is community announcements. So we previously had the Indie Roundup, which we've highlighted different members of the community, but now we realize that kind of was difficult, considering I was the one finding people and whatever. So we decided to kind of change it up a little bit and have a community announcement segment. If you have anything you'd like to announce for the community, or you know of any Kickstarters or anything really cool that are happening, just let us know and we will include it in the community announcements. Literally anything tabletop related, we can announce in here. If there are sales, if there are people doing dice, if people like
if you're
printing miniatures,
if
whatever.
If you're starting a new campaign on your Twitch channel or anything like that.
Yeah, just let us know. If you literally have anything to announce for TTRPGs, just let us know and we will announce it here for the masses. So for this week, we only have one entry, and that is Rolling Together, who is a part of our stream team. They have 2 new shows that started, one tonight and one tomorrow night. The Monday night is called Wastelands, so that's the one that's tonight. The Eternal Army is returning for a second half of the show starting in 2021. That was started in 2021 as a party of adventurers head deep into the Eastern Wastelands to save a goblinoid city. 2 new surprise characters are joining the ranks. That's on Monday. And then on Tuesday, they are launching a viscous cycle.
A viscous cycle?
Viscous.
Not a vicious cycle.
Is that vicious? Viscous?
I believe so.
Is that vicious?
Vicious.
Okay, sure. We'll go with that. Sean Smith returns to the horror of last year's The Lonely House of Neverwinter with more horror and grim delight. So this one is not for the faint of heart, and that is Tuesday night. These are at 6 p.m. GMT or 10 a.m. Pacific time. And
then in our last piece of Critical Role news.
Oh, we had more. I'm sorry.
They have teamed up once again with Stephen Colbert for Red Nose Day. This year, fans can donate money between March 26th at 9 a.m. and April 1st through Critical Role's Tiltify page. I've never even heard of what that is.
Yeah.
Donations can be used to vote in special polls that will shape Colbert's adventure this year. And the special event will be aired on April 28th at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So if you I do know the last adventure with Colbert was fun. Matt, is a single person, which we connect with there, with Matt Mercer GMing. So now you can get in there, you can donate to the cause, and also vote on what happens in the adventure.
It's going to be awesome. So that is going to wrap it up for this week's episode of TTRPG News.
And there.